Hey yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? So look, I had to show you guys this mod that was created by a modder by the name of Seabiscuit07. Now he's done mods in the past of other things. I can't think about exactly what they were, but he's really well known. And he's the one that actually brought the mod to help me make my revamp video, or at least I used one of his mods in my revamp video for Kakarot, where it allowed me to use other support characters, but also give them animations, not animations, but surge animations. You get cutscenes when you're using certain skills, whether you break their guard or not, from Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, Kid, Trunks, Kid, Goten, Android 18, and this, that, and the other. So in this mod, what he's actually done, which is very impressive, is that he's added even more characters to that roster. So the basic ones we normally had to be able to play with, not just as support characters, was Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Android, of course, Goten, and Trunks, and then Android 18, and then right after Android 18 it would go to the remove slot where you just take the character away. But no, he's added Android 17 in, which is actually my second favorite character next to Vegeta. And then, of course, we have Bardock and Tora and Fasha, and they have their own surge animation and combos as well. I won't be displaying these three because they was actually in another mod that came out a while ago called Advanced Variant Characters or something like that. So they're not really anything new. But he's added Raditz, which is one of the bad guys. I know some people love to play with the enemies or whatever it may be, and this is the chance and opportunity for that. He's added Nappa, and he's added Captain Ginyu, Majin Buu, Supreme Kai, also known as Shin, Trunks Preteen, and Gohan missing an arm. And it's crazy because I played this yesterday just to kind of get a feel for it, and Gohan wasn't missing an arm. But one thing I do like about this Gohan, man, is just his outfit compared to his dad's. He has his own symbol. Even though he resembles his father, he has his own identity in Trunks' timeline compared to the one here, right? Where he's just in his dad's footsteps and all that kind of stuff. I don't really like it. But nonetheless, so they didn't give me a chance to show Nappa. I don't know why they won't load, but nonetheless, they will when we begin to play the game. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay, so what we'll go ahead and do is that we'll start off with Android 17. And I was really excited. Oh, no, this is probably why, because we're in characters, not party. So I want to swap him out and go ahead and bring in your boy 17. Yep, so as you guys see, man, it's the full character, right? He looks exactly like he looks from the series. He just pulled him and basically made him playable. I love this guy. I love his fight with 17. I loved him in the Trunks timeline. I love him in Super, like, you know, and that's big because I'm not even a Super fan. But let's just say we'll go up against, can we do Gohan? Let's do Gohan, since that's his enemy. I know Gohan is somewhere. Super Saiyan 2. Okay, here we go. We do one arm Super Saiyan Gohan. That way we get the strongest one. Alright, so yeah, so basically playing with him and moving, everything feels like, you know, this guy is part of a DLC, right? There's nothing different about it. He moves exactly the way that he should. So I'm using Senzu Bean here. All right, so then he has a move called Photon Flash, right? Or Photon Flash is how it's pronounced, right? And that's actually a pretty cool move, right? Because it's his own skill. It isn't something that's taken from another character and just thrown to him to just give him some kind of identity or playability. It's his own uniqueness, right? And I actually really enjoy that, especially the little, you know, animations that come along with it. So that's Photon Flash. And then we're going to go to the one that I love the most. Let's see if he can do a big move and I can pull it off on him. And he has Energy Barrier. That's the one that he's really known for in Dragon Ball Z and also for Super. So it's a very strong move that blocks any attack that comes in, any projectile, any melee damage that's happening, right? It defends and deflects it. So, well, not deflect it, but basically you just don't receive any damage. And that's actually my favorite joint. I love that move, man. I wish there was a different angle that he would yeah, see, so it blocked everything right there. Wish it was a different angle. Sometimes it is where you can show it from a different position and you'll see the whole thing. But it's combos, man. It's everything that basically you get from I think the Trunks DLC and when you fight against Piccolo or you fight with Piccolo against him. So yeah, so his combos are nice, man. I like him. I think that he's a really well designed character and the mods are really dope. So we, like I said, we got Photon Flash, which is pretty cool, and then we got Energy Barrier. And apart from that, the combos is basically, basically basic. You still got your Y finisher for your key knockback, or you got your key blast that blasts them off, when you finish them. And you have your X, which basically just... Cut it out. Which basically just do a shoulder charge. This guy not trying to let me get it. And charge up. Which androids don't do, but that's cool. Oh, you can't fight. Okay. Yeah, so the shoulder charge is basically is a finisher. And I think all of the modded characters that are able to be played with are able to, use that same one. None of them have a different, a finisher. So that's Android 17. Let's go ahead and dive into or jump into another character to see how they play and how they blend in with the rest of the fighters. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Raditz, and let's see what how Raditz is. So with Raditz, the design is good. Like I say, his characters is already here. All he did was manage to find a way to, make them accessible to us and to play with them. But not only that, man, to give us their skill sets, right? I think that's dope, man. And as you know, you might not notice this, but it's weird because his scouter isn't on his face as he's flying. But, I mean, you take the good with the bad, man. That's kind of what that is. So I don't know if Raditz is... What level is Raditz at? He's at 23, so he'll die pretty quickly. So I couldn't really fight anybody on a serious note. So I'm going to have to go find some outsiders like these guys and kind of play around with them. So let's go ahead and start off with the skill set. Let's start with Cyclone Monday. So Cyclone Monday is basically just a teleport melee attack, right, with the kick. It's actually pretty dope when you think about it. Now, when he used it against me, I didn't think it was sweet, but when I'm using it, I think a whole nother story inside of it. Let's try Weekend Special 1. I actually like that one too, right? I think that might be like his equivalent to like keep the eye on the birdie type of deal. But it's a nice move, man. He just shoots a projectile that, targets the enemy and explodes. And then we got Saturday Crush, which basically throws, multiple projectiles of Raditz's favorite color, apparently, which is purple. But I think that's a good move set to have, right? It kind of identifies who Raditz is, and I can rock with that. All right, so now we got his surge animation. We're gonna go ahead and check that out. See what his surge is like. I like that. Unique. It's all Raditz-y like, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead and finish this off with the combos. But yeah, I like the feel of Raditz, man. I do. If he had like his own little part of the story where you got to play as him, I would actually use him. I think his moves is cool, even though they named after, days of the week. I don't know what's with this guy in the calendar, but so let's go ahead and try the next one, which would be Nappa. Nappa was like literally boss status. Like I would put him in my lineup to go with Vegeta and them if I could just change his outfit somehow. But yeah, he plays like really well. Then his special moves or his, super attacks and all that is like top notch. I don't know if this guy, what level was he at? He's level 24, so I can't fight a person with him. Because he'll kill me, okay. But I can do this though, right? So all of his moves are pulled. Sonic Storm was that kick I think he did on Tien, right? Just a armored, powered melee attack. And then we got Giant Storm, which is my favorite one that he has. And that's the one I think he did on Krillin, I think. When he was trying to go save Gohan or something, or Piccolo, and he knocked him, or Tien, one of them. And he did that move. That move is dope, and it does a lot of damage. So actually, to display that one, I'm gonna go into a battle, but just not with a strong opponent. I want somebody who's more so a little timid. Let's do Vegeta. Let's see if I think Vegeta basic is pretty easy, so he shouldn't be on like some killing stuff. So this is Giant Storm once again. So this is what it looks like when you get a better perspective and point of view of the move. If the enemy blocks it, all it's going to do is break their guard. Like, it's a really good attack. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely love it. And then we got the Sonic Storm, which is a kick he did against Tien. We have the Arm Break, which is the move he did against Tien. And then we have the amazing Storm, Blazing Storm, excuse me. Which is one everybody seems to avoid, but it's, I think that's the one he did against Krillin. Yeah, that's the one he did against Krillin. I'm sorry. The other one he did, I don't know where he got that one from. The Giant Storm. I'm not sure about that one. I think that's the one he did when he first arrived on Earth, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. So, but yeah, Nappa moves the way he's supposed to, man. He's big, but he's, you know, got a little bit of speed to him. Now with his combos, he fight like he's a big, strong fella, right? Which is going to basically look like it's going to be slow. It's going to be powerful hits, you know, and that's what it's going to be. So this is his surge animation, and this will be the last thing we have to display from him, which I think is nice. Yeah, come on in here. So much damage. Look at his stun bar. Just running through his stun bar. But we're not going to stand and finish this fight because we got to go, you know, showcase other people. So with Nappa, that's him. He's actually one of my favorites. I would take Nappa over Raditz. He plays a lot better, and I like his moveset. And then we have Captain Ginyu. So, like I said, pull straight out the anime, man, or straight out the game. Looks just like him, moves just like him. You know, it's no different than playing with the other guys. He has like no ki though. That's something that a lot of health, but let's do Goku. Recreate the Namek battle just with, you know, a little bit further along in stages. So his first move is going to be Galaxy Dynamite, which is this pretty stance he gets in and throws Ki Blast. Now, the reason why I like this move is because he throws so many of them, right? We're not going to get hit by that, bro. That's not good. All right. And then the second one's going to be Cross Chop, if he ever stopped projectiling me to death. Yeah, okay. So that's his special move as far as his stance and then a combo. Okay, I remember that when we fought him on Namek. All right, and then we got Strong Jersey. Okay, so Strong Jersey is basically like Frieza's charge that he does. It's not real special about it. Probably do a lot of damage though, even though I know that I'm not. Okay, then we got the Milky Cannon, which is his favorite one. Nope, not happening, Mr. Cool. Not right now. I'll check you in a minute. I don't know where it's at. Yep. So his combos is the same thing that it was on Namek as well. His Y is the same. Okay. So you serious about yours. And then we got the Milky Cannon, which I never really liked because it was like extremely slow. But on here it's actually fast, so I can deal with that one. I think that's dope. Cut it out. So we're going to check his surge animation, and that'll be the last thing we got to look at from Ginyu. So I think that's probably taken from Gohan. I think his is actually pulled. I'm not sure about that, but that's just what I think. So let's go ahead and back out with Ginyu and go into our next. The next one is going to be Majin Buu. So let's see how Buu holds up. There you go. Yep, so the first one's going to be Megaton Bomb. So that's his massive explosion, which is known as like angry explosion from like Xenoverse 2. And his combos are slow as well, because he's a big fella. Even though Majin Buu is fast, right? They play him like he's a powerhouse. And I'm cool with that, right? I get it. So his combos aren't fast, and I don't really get much in that area from him. But, you know, it's cool. So we got the Megaton Bomb. And then we have the Megaton Punch, which is basically a teleport and a quick power up from the steam releasing from his head of like anger. And then, you know, a regular punch. So that's what that is. And then we got the Megaton Ball, which is actually one of his moves that I've actually enjoyed, you know, playing with like in Xenoverse or Sparking Zero. I actually like that move. Oh, shoot, he weakened me. Oh, let's not get carried away here. Yeah, I actually like that move. And then we got Candy Beam, which we know what Candy Beam is and what it does. It's nothing special about it. He gets a armored little dance that he does, or super armored dance that he does, and he turns into candy, and you just kind of knock him all over the place. Then he turns out of it. That's kind of Majin Buu. And then you go into your surge animation, and it's very Majin Buu-like, right? Silly and happy, right? Fat and disgusted, however you want to look at it. But that's Buu. So with Buu, I'm not really too, you know, excited or happy about like him as a character, for only because of his skill set, right? I don't think his skill set is really as dope as I would like it to be. But these are the moves that they gave him in the game, so you can't really argue with that. So to that level, I'm okay with it. So next up, we got Supreme Kai. Now I did play with Supreme Kai for a bit as well, and I really like this guy's move list. I think that he would have been a very valuable character to play with after the game was completed, if they would, you know, if he was able to be unlocked. So he went up against like Deborah. I'm gonna just do like Gohan. I ain't gonna really do nothing special. So yeah, so I'm gonna do Gohan. So I love Supreme Kai, I do. But the interesting thing about this guy is that he doesn't power up like everybody else does, right? Like he powers up for a bit, and then it goes off. You can't hold it down like you can do with anyone else. So that's kind of his own thing. But then we got Kinetic Bullet. And I actually like this because these were the things that he used to throw at Gohan when he was training with the sword, and he ended up breaking it, and the old Kai ended up coming out. So that's actually, oh shoot, so this guy, all right, so he's one of the ones that die very fast. So I just got to be careful to be able to have enough time to display all of his moves. Okay, so yeah, so we got the bullet, and I love this. It's just unique, right? It's his own thing. And I think that's dope, man. And he has a God Sphere, which is basically like something that Beerus does. And he uses it to just basically surround himself and protect himself. And he also shoots them out, right? And they'll stay there for a long time if you don't, push them out yourself. They'll end up going towards the enemy and, you know, causing damage and whatever. So then we have God Blaster. Oh, and to put us in a beam struggle back, which was super easy. What the freak? How did he win that? They cheated me, bro. So as I said, we got God Blaster. And I've actually seen this mod on Goku's skill tree, but it was the color was changed to blue, and it didn't have all the extra stuff coming out the left and the right side of it. It was just him. So he put that move on here twice for B and A. But it does like a lot of damage, especially when you're like Super Saiyan Blue and all of that. It's extremely powerful. So I love Shin, man. I think Shin is dope. I just hate the fact that he's so trash in the series that you don't really care about him. So let me go ahead and do some punches and combos to get my surge animation. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and finish this off. A couple more. Got it. I'm going to do a bending one in a minute. And that's him, right? He got the little stardust around him with his, you know, his supreme key or Supreme Kai Ki around him. And I think that's dope. He's his own guy, right? He's definitely one of my top favorites out of the new edition that they've added. And next up we have Kid Trunks. And there's something unique about Kid Trunks. When I was reading the description about him, and they were saying that he added a second transformation, where we know he only had one, which was with what was it? With, you know, Gohan, which was Super Saiyan. But he said he added a second one on, so we're gonna go ahead and train back with one arm Gohan. We'll do him. He should be. He's gonna throw some projectiles. Nope. He's gonna come in for an attack. So I'm gonna have to shoot him. I'm gonna just dodge it. And go Super Saiyan. Yep. So I gotta be careful. This guy's extremely low class. So yes, you got your Super Saiyan transformation, and he has the basic moves, right? Dive bomb slash kick. Nothing really special about that. Body impact, we all know what that looked like. Masenko, and then he has Meteor Sledge, right? Those are all of his moves, so there's no need to really display those. But I do want to show you guys the second transformation that they gave him, which was Potential Unleash, right? I thought that was a complete shocker, man. But it was dope, right? Because his hair still looks like Super Saiyan, but it's in Trunks style. And it's a Gohan move, but he gave it to him. I thought that was nice, man. So this was a second transformation that he gave him that he was basically hinting at. So if you are a fan of Preteen Trunks, then this is your guy. This is the one you want to rock with. But for me, he's not really my kind of guy. He's just too weak. He doesn't have any kind of skills, and not really pleasurable to play with apart from that transformation. But nonetheless, man, the character itself is solid. So this brings us to our last one, and this is my favorite one personally, just because of Gohan in general. And I've already spoke about him earlier, so I don't need to speak about it again. But he's one arm, so what I'll do is I will go up against let's do the androids. I would do yeah. Sorry about that, man. The freaking dog was barking. Yeah, so anyways, we'll go up against let's do who is this? One arm Gohan. Then I'm gonna do Mecha Frieza. And the reason I'm gonna do Mecha Frieza is because there was this manga that came out, and it was like a spin-off of Dragon Ball, but it was a different way. And I think this was kind of focused around what if Trunks died in the future, but Gohan came back. And I actually like this fit because he had Trunks' jacket, his sword. I think he only had one hand. I think he did. He had like these gloves, and it was dope to me, man. I think that the idea was really creative. I actually made him and created him in Xenoverse 2. So, but yeah, Gohan just looks clean, right? Like it's like his orange, it pops more than his dad's does as far as outfit color and hue. So, that right there is something I already enjoy. So as you know, his arm was with one, and it was missing, but as you look at him, he has both arms, but I think he only uses one. Yeah, sort of kind of how it was in Xenoverse. So we played with Gohan before, so ain't nothing new. Super Dragon Flight, we all know that move. The rapid fire key waves is another one we all know about. Nope. Raditz got that kick. So yep. This is what this is, and it's funny because it looked like he's just kind of, doing little push-ups on the wall. But anyways, then we're going to go ahead and use the Kamehameha, which you know about that one. And then we have the Super Masenko. And of course, we have the Super Saiyan transformation. Which I don't know, I think I'm going to add Gohan to my regular roster, man. I really do like him and enjoy playing him as a character, so maybe instead of using a regular Gohan, I'll put this one in. Unless I'm using Limitless mod or the Limitless mod, where I get Beast Gohan and all that kind of stuff, then I'm gonna probably rock with this one. And I think Frieza's stuck in a rock. Oh no, I beat him out of it, so he good. Yeah. So this is oh shoot, this guy is serious. So yeah, so this is Gohan for the future with the one arm. And I really do enjoy playing with this guy, man. He's probably my highlight, even though we have access to him in DLC 3. We just don't really get to free roam and do all the kind of things we get to do in the main game. So, you know, that's why I probably enjoy him being here so much. Now, I have to say this. As you see, my Super Saiyan does have a orange outline around it, which in my revamp video, it did not have that. And the reason being is because I think that this version 3 cancels out my No Bloom mod that I have on, which basically takes all of that outline stuff away and just makes them look normal like they should, in my personal opinion, without the outlines of transformations. So with that being said, man, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Was there any character specific that you would love to play with? Somebody does have a mod out. I can't find it. Where you get to play with like Beerus, Frieza, Cell, and and all of those type of guys. I haven't found that one yet, but when I find it, I will pull it up and display it for you guys. So with that being said, it's your boy. Oh no, not another reviewer, and I'm out.